Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Tech Tuesday skill. Today I will be giving you a brief introduction to the Pages app. The Pages app is one you should have followed a few weeks ago to download to your iPad, along with Keynote, Numbers, GarageBand, iPhoto. If you did not do that, please look back in your emails for those directions on how to download. Otherwise, see your innovation coach. So with the Pages app, I'm going to select Pages, and this is the screen that you will come to. You can see you can create a document, and I've already started a document. When you select Create a Document, all your options will come up for you. You have basic, reports, letters, resumes, envelopes, business cards, flyers and posters, cards, miscellaneous, and newsletters. So I've already started a blank document, was just a basic document. And this is my first experience with Pages. I am a Microsoft Word user. I'm trying to switch over, but that has not happened yet. I know you can open up Microsoft Word documents in Pages and vice versa, Pages into Microsoft Word documents, but I haven't made that switch yet, so we'll see if that happens. But I just wrote down some of the information about the Pages app. You'll see up here the Documents tab. If you tap on that, it brings you back to the home screen. On the home screen, one of the things I found is where you see where it says Pages App Introduction, the title of my document. If you hold on that and let go, it'll bring up so you can change the title. Anyway, to go back into my document, just going to select Pages. Again, along the top, you have Undo, which undoes the last change that you made. And then you have the title of your document. Then off to the right, you have a paintbrush, a plus sign, a wrench, upload, and question mark. So if we look down on the items along top right, the paintbrush, these are the items you will find there, which are style, meaning, you have the style, which is your font, list, which has bullets, layout, which add columns or line spacing. So, and you will also see along the top of your virtual keyboard that style also appears, so you can change it right from there when you're typing. So let's say if I wanted to go into paintbrush, one of the things to remember on the iPad is if you tap and hold, it brings up this bar to let you select all, paste, highlight, and comment. So if I wanted to select the word paintbrush, I would tap select, and then once I see that it is highlighted, I can then go and change the the style. I can bold it, and I'm just going to use the bold along my virtual keyboard here. I can bold it. I can unbold it by tapping the same letter B. I already have it in italics. I can make the font bigger. You will see here you have the choice of the smaller capital A and then the larger capital A. And then here's the font size in the middle. So if I tap the smaller A, it goes smaller. Tap the bigger A, and you can see the number right there change as you do that. So right now it's set on 11. You can also underline by tapping the U or untapping it. Also, up in the paintbrush, you have the choice of the list. One of the things I found when I was doing the list, I had selected the bullet, the small one, and then when I was down here and I hit the return key, the bullets kept coming up, and so I'll show you like right here. When I returned, that next bullet came up, and now if I return again, it goes away and goes back to the left side. But in order for it to do that, once you are doing a bullet the first time, you'll have to go back up into your paintbrush, select list, and then tap none. And then once you do that, and it'll take it away, you can also hit this indent here to go back to the left. Then it automatically remembers that, and then you won't have to go back up and do that to turn the bulletin feature off. The next is the plus sign right here, and I'll bring up that information. This is where you can add your options. You have the option of adding music or photos. I'll have to go in and switch on in my privacy settings that it can access my photos. The first time you go in here, it'll ask you to do that. Just select OK. I hit not, and so now I have to go do that into privacy and settings. But you can access your photos and videos. You can add grids, and you can see the dots along here. The bottom shows the pages, so you can just scroll by swiping to the left through those pages for the charts you like. You also have graphs, and again, you'll see there are multiple pages of graphs, as well as you have 2D, 3D, and interactive. So if you tap 3D, it brings up all those different charts. And this would so be a reason for me to switch 2 pages because this looks fun. As well as interactive. Never played around with those, so again, you would have to do that to see what you can get out of those. Then you have your text box as well as your shapes, and again, you will notice you have the multiple dots on the bottom, meaning there are multiple pages for you of shapes to select. And you can also scroll up, which gives you more shapes, which is what I'm doing right now. So that is the plus sign feature. The wrench is your tool setting. So if you click on that, you have your search bar, change tracking, document setup, settings, set a password, print, and then help. The upload box, which is next, lets you share via the iCloud, send a copy, and open in another app. When you tap open in another app, it'll bring up the applications you can choose to do that in. Then you have your question mark, which highlights what each of these features do. Oops. So turn the question mark off, otherwise it'll just tap the question mark again, or it'll keep popping up things as you tap around. Just some things to remember with Pages or the iPad in general. Tap and hold to bring up your select all, paste, highlight, and comment. And then when you select, it brings up the blue bar, which you just use the little dots on the top to move it to the area you want to select. Takes a little bit of practice to do that. It looks like next week we will also continue with the Pages app, so I'll be back next week with more information. So go ahead, play around with it, and see if anyone's brave enough to make that change from Microsoft Word to Pages. So, thanks.